What's up, world? What's going on? And welcome to another episode of the CCW podcast brought to you by Cheetos Popcorn. But anyway, that ain't got nothing to do. As y'all can see, there's a new there's some new stuff going on. The homie Knicks allowed the right hand man to take over, and we gonna do what we do. We gonna do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We out here doing what we do. We got this shiny son B right here. Because we got a lot of stuff to talk about, you heard? So bringing in my homie, the most hated guy in wrestling, the top 5 best heels in the game, and he's not number 5, he's number 1. Hill Jones, what's going on, my man?
Man, if I ain't a first ballot all-time heel, I don't know who it is. I really don't know.
I mean,
I can't even tell you who he is. Man, I'm looking rough, man. I'm feeling rough. But guess what? I'm in here.
You in here, man. What's going on?
I'm in here. The late starts, not so great for me. But hey, guess what? I'm in here. I'm a team. I'm not a team player because I'm not with that blurred line stuff. I'm so anti-blurred line. I'm not really a Cody fan. I don't know. How you doing, Johnny?
You was big hating on the man Cody the other day. You was big hating.
I wasn't big hating on Cody. I was just pro-black. I was pro-brown, pro-islander, Pacific American, whatever you want to call them.
I'm from with the Pacific Islands. They full. You know what?
Isn't Hawaii and Samoa the isle? It's not even an island. It's an isle of Samoa. Is it?
Yeah, that's very true. Like I say, man, as a
Pacific Islanders,
I've never met a Samoan. I've never met a Samoan in my life.
I got some wild stories about some Samoans, but they actually are really good people. Very, 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 very family oriented, and
they look like it.
Oh no, that's not no TV stuff. Like the family, that bloodline thing is cool, but they're really playing on their real culture. They're kind of like Latinos. They're really very close knit, family first. Then you could have friends and shit, but if they rocking with you, fam.
Hey, look, be the outsider. Hey, be cool with a bunch more. Hey, Judy, what's going on, family, brother? Like, hey, man. Like, yo, get picked on Slim John. What's good, man? Hey, man. They had you back. Like, yo, you mess with him, you mess with the whole island, man.
Man, what? The Isle of Samoa.
I mean, like, I mean, the ancestors should be like a quarter, a quarter Samoan.
Everybody got a little Samoan in them.
Man, I'm a old tribal tattoo on both arms. Yeah, I'm like my ancestors, like they're from the east side of Samoa. They from east side Samoa.
So this is a crazy week right now because Nick's is the blurred line guy, chief head guy.
Well, here we go. The highest of high flyers. My favorite person.
Thank you. Now we can get some real shit. It's about to go down today. I'm ready for her.
In the wrestling
Let's see what this top she got on too. She's in the group chat, so I got to get me a top.
My favorite. Hey, my Lou.
Oh wait, hold on.
Look at you.
Lou, you just said. You just said, hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Let me find a top. Question of the day is where the rest of it?
The top. Shut up.
No, that's for clicks. Like we gotta get them. Oh, they see. Oh, get these in the screen. Okay,
she got spaghetti strap pasties on.
Shut up. I had on a onesie. Shut up. I don't feel good.
What a onesie. That would have been dope. Onesie gang. I got a onesie. Ninja Turtle onesie.
It wasn't giving.
A Ninja Turtle. Whoa, wait. What's up with the onesie?
It was a Punisher one. It wasn't giving, so I had to change.
You have a cold, Lou?
I feel terrible right now.
What's wrong? You sound terrible.
I feel as terrible as I sound.
Oh.
I was like, I gotta show up for the guys. So
I'm gonna go light on you today, Lou. I'm recovering.
Thank you, Slim.
Lou, like I'm doing this for the team.
I was ready too. I was about to, man, I'm gonna fire up on her as soon as she walk in, and then that's worse than the baby card. Like you really play.
You can't say nothing. I'm sick.
So I told y'all I was sick. I haven't smoked in days, y'all. Like I'm really sick.
Are you okay? It's cold for a reason. Somebody, you might get depressed. I don't want you to be depressed now.
It's gonna snow tomorrow. She ain't smoking. Damn.
So this is a weird week for me. I didn't really watch too much wrestling. I watched a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but I didn't get to really I was so busy this week. I didn't get to watch a lot of wrestling. And normally I watch everything.
I watched almost everything. I passed out when I got home on Friday. I was done. I went to sleep at 6. I was like, I'm gonna take a nap, and I woke up at 2 in the morning. So
So,
yeah,
y'all got any highlights from Raw? Any big moments in
All I
Raw to
know
cover?
is that opening of Raw was just Jesus.
I was about to say, highlight was that Raw was very long, especially that first that first little segment was ridiculously long.
Jesus, like what are y'all just talking about?
He wasn't even talking. That's the main like issue. He wasn't talking. It was basically him letting the audience boo him.
Who came out?
The
Cody came out.
Rock and Cody.
Oh, it was just a bunch of. Oh, so that means it's a pander fest, pandering for booze, pandering for
Very
cheese.
much
Okay, I got
so.
it. Okay, I
But
got
it
it.
was like, did you watch it? You
No,
didn't
I
watch
didn't
it?
see. I didn't see. I seen a little bit of Raw. What did I see from Raw?
It was so annoying because it was an hour long, like, or the first hour was commercial free. That segment was like 45 minutes.
Are you
45 minutes. That was
serious?
man.
Yes.
That was like
Y'all
Jesus.
That's not
lying.
a, I'm not exaggerating. It was literally like 45 minutes. And it was just him mostly just letting the crowd boo him.
Look, I'm like this. They could have did something better with that hour. That
They
first.
could have.
That was just like.
Give us commercial shit, because if
Give us the
that's what you're gonna
NXT people
do,
then. Let's put some NXT matches on or
No,
something.
here's the thing. That was.
anything. They could have done anything else. They could have given us commercials. I would
Yep.
have rather that.
Damn.
You know what pissed me off the most about that whole segment was the Rock was like, "I'll let you hold my title if you let me hold your title." I'm like, what
That
kind
was weird. That was so weird. Because I was like,
I
what are we
did see a
doing? This
clip of
fake
that.
ass title.
It's not a fake ass title. What? That title came from the Ali family
That fake ass
as the
title.
people's champion.
And
A
he
title that he's
traded it and
had.
he held it on himself like
Yeah.
it was his.
But it is his. It's a title that he had for decades, and
No,
has a
he
belt for it.
traded with Cody
I
in
know.
the
I saw that.
segment.
I saw that little clip of that with the weird. That was weird. I'm talking about the title
Weird.
itself.
The
His
whole
title with
thing
the
was
bull on it.
weird.
It's legit.
They could have closed with that and made that like 10 minutes, honestly. The whole exchange was about 10 minutes. But they let it go on for about 45 minutes. I'm not exaggerating when I say
you know
45
what? It's
minutes.
like I feel like that amount of time you could have gave to somebody else.
What the hell was up with the Rock in the segment with the cosplay belt? It's not a
That's what
cosplay
we're saying.
belt.
It was a cosplay belt. Thank you, D. Hey D, how are
Okay, first
you?
of all, Dwayne, is that your real name? First of all, you're named after the great
His
one,
name is Dariel.
Daria. I thought Dwayne. It doesn't matter what your name is. No, what I'm saying is that I respect the People's Champ belt because one, it came from the Ali family. They allowed him to use that title while he was wrestling in his peak time. He carried that name forever. Why not let him have a belt? We had an FTW champ. Why can't we have a People's Champion?
Because no one else is gonna get that.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
It is
mean,
what it is.
unless you like Taz and the FTW,
Forever. Me,
But
Ted
that
DiBiase had $1 million man belt.
but he gave it to Austin.
Like
I'm about
20
to say
years
it
later.
changed hands though. The FTW belt changed hands. That belt won't change hands.
20 years later, Taz had that on his body forever. And he
Then
made a
Sabu
way for
It
his
had
still
son to get
changed
it.
hands. It's literally in someone else's hands now. Yes, it's his son, but I mean, it still changed hands.
A little
came on.
bit, but I mean,
The Rock not
20
giving
years
that to
later.
Ava. Ava, the only reason she owned the show is because she his daughter.
We can say that about
It's
any
not like she
wrestler.
good at promos. It ain't like she can wrestle. So why
We can
she
say
there?
that. We can say that about any some people are look at Cody Rhodes. Y'all didn't care about him when he was out there with the mustache and the little weird kid. He was he wasn't great. I mean, just be honest. That's y'all guy
I
now.
mean, I
I
personally
am
feel
so
like it shouldn't have happened in the first place. But I mean, the the dropping of the title shouldn't have happened in the first place. But
then
I
that
mean,
we
that's
can
just me.
agree on. I think but we had to usher in a new era. And Kevin Nash, which I don't love him at all anymore. I used to like Kevin Nash. I was always a Scott Hall guy, but I don't like Kevin Nash anymore because he said something about, oh, thank you, Roman, for returning things back to how it's supposed to be or returning back to business or some stupid shit he said. We got a lot of comments now. I'm liking this.
Oh yeah, I just feel like here's the thing about I don't have no problem
Thank you,
with
Joe
Roman got
Dixon.
the title. My issue is if he would have kept the title, who he gonna fight? Like he can't just keep the. I know y'all
You
want
still
Hogan.
got CM Punk. You still have The Rock. You still have Gunter. You still have he could hell. It's a lot of guys that he could have went up against. So he's only wrestling once every 6 months. I mean, we could. I just need 100 something days. That's all I needed. If we did it this
Right.
long,
It
just
was
give
like
me 100 something
160
days.
more days. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We waited what 3-4 years now. Y'all could have waited a couple more days. We would
Cody
have
could have
been. It
finished
would
his
have been
story.
changed by the end of the year.
Why we have to finish it at WrestleMania?
That's what I'm
And let's
saying.
first of all, I know we probably haven't. Did we talk about WrestleMania since? Well, it don't matter. Here's my problem with the WrestleMania main event. I am so tired of the booty clapping and the caping for this super duper. Oh, it's the greatest main event of all time, and it was a great. That used to happen on Raw every Monday. Do
But
y'all
see,
not remember the invasion with the WCW shit? That all the people running in the ring and crazy shit main events used to happen literally every Monday,
but
and
see,
it
here's
was
the thing about that. The thing about that is that's our era. They ain't these new whippersnappers ain't seen nothing like
man,
that.
I
The
don't
Not
way
care
we
who era it is. You know
whippersnappers.
what? When you go on TikTok or you on Instagram and you're swiping up and you'll say, "Oh, this is the greatest ending of a Raw ever," and you'll see Steve Austin. He'll come out, and then Rob Van Dam came out, and Chris Jericho and Kane.
Mm-hmm.
That
That
was
was
a
that.
regular thing, and it
Yeah.
still's
was.
trending. So come on, y'all. Y'all be giving me booty clap. That's the greatest main event ever.
Now
Come
I
on.
wouldn't say,
Have you heard of Will Ospreay? Have you seen him in Takeshita fight? Oh my god.
Oh my God.
That's wrestling. And all this pro wrestling talk, WWE. I'm not a anti WWE guy. I'm just anti Paul Levesque era. Because now you're saying pro wrestling, like y'all created the term. And everybody shits on AEW, all these, WWE marks. But at the end of the day, you should thank Tony Khan. You should thank Cody Rhodes. You should thank the Bucks and even Kenny Omega because what they done, they gave you a reason to make your shit better.
Preach, brother.
talk, but here's my
Brother
issue.
Slim.
If they would have
Preach.
kept NXT what it was and how it was going, there would be no need for AEW.
Preach.
And then they come up, oh, AEW is nothing but a bunch of spot fest. Have you ever seen War Games at NXT? That was some of the greatest spot festing I've ever seen in my life. Loved it.
Mm.
That's why I watch AEW because
You
I
know what?
like
We'll talk about
spots.
AW real quick. Here's my thing. Here's
Talk
two
about it.
things I
Oh, you
want.
talking about the video? Let's get to it. Get
No,
to
no,
the
no,
shit.
no. I want to say
Oh,
this first. I got to like a not an argument, but like a. I mean, I guess it's a debate. I was like, yo, when Triple H said that people don't want to come to WWE because of the schedule, then Will Ospreay responded, that I can't.
Yo, that was wild.
And I'm like this, and I told a buddy of mine, bro, like if anybody from WWE says anything about AEW is going to respond. It don't matter who it is. It could be.
don't care.
It don't matter. They gonna respond. So I'm
Who
like,
the fuck
they like,
told
yeah.
you it was open night, Mike? Bitch.
I'm sitting back like, what was Will Ospreay supposed to say? Like, not say nothing at all. I'm like, okay, I get it. It probably
They're
wouldn't.
upset. They're
Well, I
upset that
mean,
they didn't
I
get the
heard that
pick.
that was like mostly Tony that told him to do that.
But here's my thing, Lou. Let me talk to you real quick. I don't feel like Tony Khan can just make another grown man go out there and say something he don't want to say. Like, I heard it like, yo, Will want to say something. And like, Tony Khan, yeah, go say something. Like, I know people like, yo, Tony Khan and the Bucks make people go out there and say stuff about WWE. Can't no grown man tell another grown man to do anything he doesn't want to do.
They can if they the ones that's paying them.
That's true too, but I think if you look at Osprey, he's a real professional wrestler, and he's been in New Japan. He's all these indie circuits and stuff, so he respects the in-ring stuff, and he sees probably like, I hate to admit it, he sees it like I see it. I'm tired of people getting thrown to the steps. I like big matches, exciting matches, and that's what I tell my stories with my acrobatics and talent there. I don't just do a bunch of capping and stuff. And they don't like that. It says it's a weak schedule. They're mad because they didn't get Osprey.
That's what
Soon
I
as Mercedes Monet showed up, oh, it's time to debut. Roll the Jade. Launch. Fuel the jets. Let's go. Launch Jade. That's what they did because of fucking Monet went over there.
Speaking of Jade, her first match, they could have been debuted her months ago if they was just gonna keep doing the same shit that they've
Squash
been doing
match.
since she was in AEW.
Talk
They
about
could
it.
have been doing that shit. What kind of debut was that? And then on
Say it
top
again
of
for
it, it
people in the
was
back.
to a jobber, essentially a comedian jobber.
Right.
So that's how you debut Jade. She could have been did that. She did the same thing in every match that she's been in so
All
far in
these months of
WWE.
training that the AEW didn't give you, and you still go in there, and even your squash match wasn't even up to the Jade 60-0 standard.
That's what
You want
I'm
to be honest?
saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't see any difference in Jay's wrestling. I don't.
And I get, like I said, don't get it twisted. I'm all for bringing the black women into the ring. That's cool. I'm
Oh
in
no,
the
love that. We love that.
but
I
the
love it.
thing about it is, when you see women that can actually wrestle like Athena and everybody who can really go, you look at Jay like this is the standard. I say this. Slim, Lou, y'all played basketball before. Y'all been in the court. Y'all know that one guy that comes to the court with all the stuff on, with the
You got the
sleeves,
Jordan wristband, the Jordan
everything,
headband, the
the
Jordan
Not
knee
the
brace,
wristband.
the new
not
J's, the
the
Jordan.
regular water
He got
bottle.
the
Slim,
little rubber
not the
band. He
regular
got this
water
is
bottle.
Jordan and
No, not the regular water bottle, the Gatorade water
the
bottle.
Gatorade green
with
water
the
bottle
with the top that pop up.
Yeah,
and a Supreme gym
and then
bag.
you see this person do one jump shot. Oh, he looks pretty decent. Then you play. You're like, yo, come hoop with us. Cool. It ain't missing shots. And they
He's
just,
slow.
and then you like they look the part. That's Jay. She looks the
I
part.
don't think she. I don't think
She
she's not the problem. She doesn't look the part. She's hella athletic. She's a fitness. She also from a
she
fitness
looks
background.
amazing.
But
I think he's got to find the right person to train her. I don't think they found the right person to train her.
I honestly don't think that she's ever gonna really go like some people do. Like she's not a Bianca. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she ever would like will she have to keep up with Bianca? Yes. Will they have to do a whole bunch of extensive training with her to go with Bianca? Yes.
Yeah,
But
Nick, I said what I said. I know Nick's don't like what I said. I know he don't like what I said.
What I like, but see, here's the thing, Lou. Like Bianca's kind of like the female version of Kurt Hennig. Like she's just like a created player.
not
If you
Goldberg.
what is it
Oh
about Goldberg?
no.
Jade is Goldberg in blackface. No, she's not Goldberg. She's
Wow.
not Goldberg.
Not
No, it's not
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Don't do
Goldberg.
that.
Goldberg was still playing football. That's his problem. Jade understands she's playing wrestling. That's the biggest difference.
Look,
I think she has it. She has all the talent, all the acumen, all the ability. I think she just got to polish it more. But I, like Lou said, after all this time, I
She
thought we
did
were
the
going to
same
do something
thing.
different.
you
She
know
did
what?
the
That's the
exact same
thing
thing.
is that's what that solidifies my theory that when Monet showed up, it's time to we got to launch Jade. We got to do something. We can't sit on her no more.
You know what though?
Hey, Nix.
I feel like with Jade, I feel like WWE was just a power move for her. She did. I feel like she like I'm just gonna go here and do what I have to do the
And
best,
get this money.
get the money, and I know I'm
Yeah.
a Marvel deal, a DC deal. Somebody gonna hit me up about a movie or something. I'm gonna get a movie deal.
CEO.
I'm just gonna be here just like yeah, do the bare minimum. All right, cool. I'm gonna do this job. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability, and I know Paul gonna give me. She said how much they did for Sasha in the Mandalorian. Like I know if I'm here, they gonna give me. They see me cosplaying. They see
I
me.
just want Jade for one role, and I want her to be what's Wonder Woman's sister name? Black girl.
Oh, yup, her. That'd be dope.
Odina, no, is it not Odina? What's it? I
Damn,
don't know.
Ultimate Warrior 2. Gosh, dang, you was just choosing violence, ain't you?
Who is the?
I mean, honestly, that's a little bit more of a accurate comparison than Goldberg.
Yeah, because Ultimate Warrior knew he was wrestling. Goldberg thought he was still playing football. He's like we waiting for like the whistle to go off and shit like that. Hike the ball. Stupid ass dude. And and how about this? Goldberg, thank you for your memories when we thought you, but you destroyed Bret Hart. We still had some great things we could have got out of Bret Hart. And not only that, you're a fucking like a misogynist dick about your fucking record because of people like Asuka and Jade. You're intimidated by those.
He's definitely intimidated by them.
But here's the thing about that. Then we're gonna switch to because I don't think any of us watch NXT because I don't watch NXT. We're gonna go right to
I watched trick
I
matches.
actually watched it.
Yeah,
Anything good? Anything good?
I don't know who any of those people are.
You know Trick Williams
Um,
though.
he's the one that they say whoop that trick to. Yes, yes, that guy. Yep.
Booker T had me
Um,
going every time he come out.
Yeah.
Funny.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. He was doing it.
I
It
like
was
it.
actually kind of fun. It was a fun show. Now, like I said, I don't know who these people are. The acting is really bad. It felt like a soap opera, like like Days of Our Lives. Like like
Hey,
how at the end,
Mm.
like when they go to commercial and they're like at the end of it, like right before the commercial. That was very much how it was.
he
It
said,
was cool though. I could see myself
Days
watching
of Our
NXT.
Lives. It's getting better. I don't like these main roster people there as much, but
No,
it'll
and
never be the
Natalia
black
could
and
have just
gold.
sat down. We don't need none of that.
I
because we
think Braun Breaker's probably about the best thing to come out of there in like the last couple of years. That was a
Oh,
big
there was
thing.
a match with Braun Breaker
Corbin,
and Baron Corbin
that's a tag partner.
against Axiom and some other guy. And I don't know. I just remember the name. Those are the names I remember, right?
Yeah,
That was a great match. That was a great match. Um, like I said, I don't know who these people are. So that was literally the first time I've seen any of them wrestle except, Baron Corbin. I'm not a Baron Corbin fan for real. But
so I
um
figured out what Baron Corbin is, and I thought like some of the main roster people who
Nathan
have
Frazier, yes.
Baron Corbin, in the NBA, you have like a bunch of young guys and they'll get into like the finals. And they have like an old veteran, like say like Andre Iguodala when the Golden State Warriors were there. You have to have this one guy to kind of keep the tempo. Like I've been here before, I've done this. Let's kind of keep the kind of maestro the thing. And I
right?
think that's what Baron Corbin is for NXT. Now, all these other people who already, Ivar, I'm going to talk for Knicks. I don't know why he's there. Why are you getting involved in NXT business? You're not over in Raw. You get a match every damn week, and I'm not. I'm tired of Ivar matches. You're not even the best Viking warrior. Your partner, they got the knee blown out, dude. That's not Diddy Worthy. Yeah, the dude with the blown out knee. He's the better one of the Viking Raiders Warriors
War
experience, whatever it's
Machine,
called.
yeah, whatever they call it. They mama call him War Machine. I'm gonna call him War Machine. Shout out to ROH. But like I say, man, like I don't be watching NXT like that. Like it's just not. It ain't the same since
it's
The
not it's
gold.
not black and gold, but it's also not that colorful shit from a few months ago either.
Living Color. How you living?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's not that.
Yeah,
Looks totally different.
You can do what you wanna do. Face ass.
Really? They didn't look and living color. And living.
Well, let's get to Wednesday then. Let's talk about Wednesday. What happened Wednesday?
Oh yeah, what happened Wednesday? Let's talk
Hold on.
about it.
Who? Let me look at the matches. I watched some on Wednesday. Did I
Now
watch some?
let's skip the bullshit. Let's get
You
right
was
to
you know what happened Wednesday. You know what happened Wednesday.
you know
I want to
like
hear
it's just
y'all's take on the
necessary for
Wednesday
them to
thing.
show that that's the
Talk
real.
about the footage. Let's talk about the footage.
Let's
Yeah,
talk about it. Then we can
Roll
go
that
straight to
beautiful
it. Okay,
beam
okay.
footage.
let's
Yeah,
just
but
go back
everything
to
else, okay.
like CM Punk literally said, yo, this what happened and this what it was. Then they showed it, this what happened and this what it was. Like everything
Okay.
he said that happened was like, we didn't need this footage. I don't think it did anything for AEW. It didn't do anything like that. What
Well,
did y'all
see,
show this
I
for?
looked at it differently, and I
Okay.
don't. One, okay, is after WrestleMania. I don't think that whole. I think it wasn't about WrestleMania. I think it was more about CM Punk and
Mm-hmm.
him
I
talking
agree.
shit. And the Bucks are the EVP, so they were thinking like, okay, well, we in a feud with FTR, and we got this match with FTR. When CM Punk was active, he would tag with FTR. So they're saying that Jack Perry is more of a young buck kind of guy. He reminds me of a young Nick Jackson or Matt Nicholas or Matthew. Then they say, well, look who the FTR rolls with. They roll with this piece of shit, and they roll the footage of it. We've heard it forever. I do agree with like some people who said like Lou. I think Lou said in the comment we could have just put it on Twitter. And I mean I think it would have went way better. But he's on live. You're trying to increase his feud with FTR. Show the footage. Fuck it. Why not?
I feel like if
I
you're
don't
gonna show
think
it, I'm sorry, Lou, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I don't think it did anything for AEW. I feel like it kind of hurt AEW, especially for people who are really like old school and like really go by them old like what happens backstage stays backstage kind of thing. I think it really go against that. I feel like uh I feel like Tony did this one clearly out of spite because Punk been going around talking shit. I kind of don't agree with what you said though, Junie. Like what Punk said happened didn't really happen, because even if Jungle Boy was antagonizing him, even if he was, Punk was the first one to throw a punch. Jack Perry didn't do anything. Like he did,
And
he was
yeah,
fixing his hair.
and dude said, "Oh, he choked him out." Well, I didn't see a tap or a choke out. I didn't even see
Mm-mm.
the choke or a lock or nothing. He just said, "Oh, I choked him out and all this shit." Yeah, you did throw a sucker ass punch because he's
A
a
sucker
sucker
punch.
ass
That's what
dude.
that was.
But you
Sucker
know what's
ass
so,
dude.
but see, here's my thing is with it. I'm like, there's still no context with the video. Like, we don't know what was said. Like, I don't know if Jack Perry, like, yo, once I get this hair in this bun, I'm gonna knock this and punch. Like, I
But but do it matter what he said? The first
Cause
punch came from Punk, and the only punches came from Punk.
that's
And
true.
then he kept trying to get at him when he was over on the other side of the room. Other people was holding Punk back.
That's true.
So the aggressor was Punk, no matter what was said. Because you could talk all day long, but if you ain't about that action, you ain't about that action. If you don't actually do anything, then you didn't do anything. But Punk was the only person to throw any type of punch. So I don't know. And for Punk to go around talking about how he's trying to be like a backstage leader and
yeah.
all this shit, and be like somebody that helps the younger generation and shit like that don't feel like that don't feel like that, because you, even if, like, if you supposed to be a leader in the back, why are you punching the younger guys? This boy is at least 20 years younger than you, at least.
So let me ask you this though, Lou. Do you think that's a part of the plan? Because wrestling marks and the internet wrestling community are so quick to forget the past. So Punk's in WWE and he's back after 10 years, and yay, Punk, and oh, he's doing his thing and is heating up with Seth Rollins, and now he's trying to change his image. Oh, I apologize, I'm not that guy anymore, and this might be my last shot. And they like, hey, y'all see this video of him? This is a locker room guy. He's a leader. Boom,
But I think a lot of
musty
people like
mule.
say a lot of people sitting there like, yo, I've talked to a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people like, yo, show the real video. Show what happened between you and Kenny in the book. Show that CM Punk video. Now they're like, yo, don't show that. Show the
That's what I thought they was gonna show for real.
like if you
That's what
want to
I wanted to see.
people like show that. Like don't show that. Like oh,
They ain't gonna show that, because I'm sure they was all wrong in that one. I'm sure all of
But
them
they
was
were in
wrong.
the locker room. They wasn't in like. Did that happen in Gorilla? Right, the one
it
with
looked
Jack
like it
Perry.
was.
That
What
happened in
the
Gorilla.
the the actual video? Yeah, that looked like Gorilla.
But see, only thing I will say, I didn't even know what Jack Perry said to make him hit him. Like, but like
Don't matter. He's
It
a
don't
ego. His
matter.
ego is
I
bigger
get
than.
no,
And
no,
it,
no. I get the ego part. I'm just saying, like,
That's how big his
that's
ego
the
is. It
thing.
don't
You
even
can
fit
be
on the
talking to
screen.
somebody like you can be the most non-violent person, and they just say the one thing that sets you off. Like, bro, like, did you really have to hit him? Like, yo, that was the last straw. Like, and then again, we don't know how long this nigga Jack Perry been messing with him. Like, we don't know what led. Like, I want to know what
It
led
don't
up.
take. I don't think it take much for Punk. I think Punk is on the decrease, and he keeps calling himself the best in the world and all this stuff. And I feel like his ego is not able to hold up to his actual physical ability. So he thinks
word.
that I'm the best in the world. Is clearly
That was like 20 years ago,
Danielson.
sir.
Right. Right.
That kind of when you
Because
say
every time he get in the ring, he hurt himself.
Oh, my hammy.
But you the
Oh,
best in the
not that in
world.
UFC. Like everything, if you look at Punk, really, like it's just he's until he gets right with my man Colt Cabana and the people he screwed over, your shit is going to diminish. Like it's a curse on this dude because he's been a
Karma,
shitty
baby.
individual. It's real. Karma's real.
That's karma, baby.
and I feel like I get the beginning with WWE when he had that fight. I get it, but like Colt Cabana was your dog. Like how you fought with your
Right.
You shouted him out on the famous mic drop. I mean, the pipe bomb.
Yep. I feel like
Hey, what's up, Colt? Now you screw Colt over? Like it's got to be you.
That's the common denominator in all these situations. There is a common denominator. It don't matter. if you a Punk fan or not, you have to realize there is a common denominator in all of these issues. What's the common denominator in all of these issues? What is in there in all of them? It's Punk. Every single one. So, like, I feel like people want him to be better because he's
Yeah,
CM Punk and he was good before. But now let's just call a spade a spade.
Call
If
it.
you get hurt in every single match you in, right before the big matches you get hurt, or during the big matches you get hurt. This man was leading up to WrestleMania and got hurt like a month before it.
so you
No,
telling
for
me
the Rumble. He got hurt before. Was it before the Rumble?
he got hurt during the Rumble?
During the
During the
Rumble.
Rumble,
Yeah.
that's right.
So are you telling me CM Punk, that guy that got to the WWE, got a little taste of fame and it went to his head? He
No, I
wanted-
don't think it's a fame. He's been a shitbag since
But
I
no,
think
Ring
he
of
just
Honor.
has a huge ego.
He
but
has
I
a huge
think
ego, and they replace him with Seth Rollins.
But see, here's the thing about I think like CM Punk, when he was at ROH, he doing anything. Okay, of course he probably had an ego, but when you put somebody in WWE and then they feed into your ego, they make it even worse. It's like putting
Have you
gas.
coming out with DX and shit like you really that guy?
You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like, oh, now they putting gasoline on the fire. They went out of control. Yo, we don't know how to. Now you screwed it. Now like you created this monster. Like, all right, now you got to deal with it. And I'm like, oh snap, damn. Okay, he's really this. And then like by this time, you created the monster. Like you can't stop it now. Like torture it everywhere he goes. Like damn, like Philip, what are you doing, my boy? Like is you gotta like yo, you gotta put him to the side. Call my like, Phil, what's going on, dog? Like.
Joe Dixon in the comments, he asked, said, "Do you think they would take the Bully Ray offer to help in the locker room?"
Who offered?
I don't know. So I think Bully Ray offered to help out in the locker room. It's a
At WWE?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm about to say because it wouldn't be at AEW, so.
But I think it might work because if they're trying to get more edgy and they're trying to get rid of this PG era, then they might need somebody with some more edge on them. You know, Bully Ray power drives old ladies, so that's edgy at that time.
And then
I
she
think
get,
it'd be edgy now too.
I don't think
old
this.
ladies. We don't have a Mae Youngs. I think the oldest lady out there is who? Natalia.
I don't.
Oh, wow, she's in NXT. Okay.
I don't think.
Demotion. I bet she get a title shot in the next 2 weeks.
Did she already get a title shot?
She has the most. I really want somebody to pull the record. Natalia has the most title shots as a non-contender than any other wrestler. I mean, not woman, just
She has
any
so
other
many.
wrestler ever. They was like, oh, we need somebody for this champion to wrestle. Who's available? Natty.
If Natty wasn't who she is and the family that she's in, she would not have these. She would not be there still. Honestly,
Oh
let's
shit!
just call
Joe
it
Dixon said
fact.
no. Bully Ray helping out in AEW's locker room. No, we good on
In
that.
AEW,
No, we good on that.
Look here. I've heard so
I
many.
don't think they need help in the locker room. Honestly,
I mean, they need somebody. No. This is what they need.
they need a new leader. That's for fucking sure.
I think Lou gonna agree.
Booker.
Somebody need to sit. Then somebody, you know how you like snatch Tony Khan by his collar, like one of them old school.
Yeah, they need a Debo in there.
It's
hell
sitting
yeah.
down. It's like, look what happened to WCW. Do you want to end up like them? Do you want to end up like them? Somebody really
agree.
broke him up
So-
like, yo, shut your ass up.
Here's my problem with Tony Khan. Okay,
Talk to
and
me.
my problem with Tony Khan is not that he doesn't have a passion for the business. It's not that he books bad matches or books bad people. I think Tony's Khan problem is that when WWE says some shit like, "Oh, it won't be a call of Forbidden Door" or whatever, that's that ever dumb name. Because Triple H said something about the Forbidden Door being a dumb name or whatever. He wouldn't even he didn't want to even acknowledge it. So I think Tony Khan takes that fucking personally, and he tries to compete with WWE. You have to be AEW. You have to make the product for the professional wrestling fans. If you want it to be a spot fest and some beautiful ass ring work and technical shit, lucha shit, stick to that. Don't try to get into that the whole Chris Jericho thing where they had the Daniel Garcia being a sports entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's funny, don't get involved
That
in
is
that.
funny.
It is sports entertainment.
Entertainer.
you're a wrestler. He's like, "Mm, no.
I agree though. I agree with you. Like AEW should be its own thing. It should not be in competition with WWE because in the beginning, they were always saying this isn't a competition. Like we are not in competition with AEW. That's what WWE would say. So then don't be in competition with them either. Like this should be totally separate. I do agree with what you said earlier that like Tony Khan is the reason why WWE is taking this turn.
It is.
Besides the fact that we got Vince out finally, but like
I think I think even getting Vince out is a part of
that's
AEW as
all
well.
part of it. I agree 100%. Like all of what's happening now in WWE would not be happening if there was no AEW. Because why would there
We'll
be?
just
And
keep
if
with
there
the
was no
same bullshit.
competition,
We'll do the same
exactly,
bullshit. We'll
exactly.
make the rainbow
Here's
belt.
the issue I have. Here's the
Uh-oh.
issue I have. This is gonna blow everybody's brain.
Oh,
So before
no diddy.
AEW came,
No
we
diddy.
had WWE for how many years?
Then, now, and forever.
It was like WWE for 15
Together.
Together.
It was number WWE for 15 damn near years. Do we want to go back to WWE being for 15 years again? Because like this is cool now. And thinking about it's cool. WWE is great, but 15 years later, are we gonna be saying the same thing? Then we're gonna be like right back where we was in the beginning. Like, man, we want something else. Then we got AEW, but AEW is the product of a person who is a wrestling fan. That's like if one of our daddies owned a football team or a basketball team. Like, oh, you want to start a company with your friends? Are you friends with the Usos? Oh, I'll start your own company. Let's go. Now, as a fan, you think, oh, I can. I'm a wrestling fan. I got my daddy got me a company. Cool. Let me book the way I want to book. Then you get like the first year is cool. But now you gotta get business minded. Okay, let me do this. I don't want to end up like WCW. I don't want to end up like Impact. Because Impact, we don't know what channel these niggas come on no more. They come on, but shut up.
Comes on Access. But the reason why I know what Impact comes on, because right after Impact goes off, New Japan comes on, and I watch it too.
But see, here's my issue. Like, nobody, I don't know how many people got that channel, but everybody got TNA.
I thought it's TNA now, though.
Yeah, I like TNA. I watch
Impact's a TNA again, right?
Yeah, but my point is, like, you don't want to end up like those companies that, like, on top of that, all you do is dig at WWE.
But that's the downfall of WCW. That's the downfall of TNA or the lack of a Ring of Honor. You were trying to compete with the best brand. So basically, WWE was par. And when they were putting out good stuff and they were at their pinnacle, that was what you wanted to strive for.
Yeah.
PLEs, pay-per-views. They were like kind of like they were innovators, and everybody was trying to chase this thing. But somebody got New Japan and other people figured out like, hey, we just stay in our pocket and do our thing.
Absolutely.
We have fans. We don't have to have billions of people. And I know how I know how WWE feeling the heat because they're going back to that bullshit stat shit they're doing every week. Oh, the worst thing trending on Twitter. They're talking about their attendance, and they're doing these little fucking these little marquee little segments and putting this information out there for internet wrestling marks like yourself, who you're watching right now, to argue back and forth about WWE being better. Don't get caught up in those numbers. Don't get caught up in the attendance. Don't get caught up with the number. I hold yours, you hold mine is trending worldwide on Twitter. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, they started watch it. You start watching, they're gonna start doing these little bitty tidbits. That's when they feeling the pressure.
Yeah, and I feel like here's the thing. What I love about ROH. ROH was a different animal. It's like they didn't try to compete with WWE. They didn't try to. They were just themselves. Okay, like you said, they stayed in their lane. And ROH was like, it was something like, this little bitty company is selling out these small venues, and they got a core following. They got a thing with Japan, and you got the Bullet Club coming over. You got all these other teams coming. You got War of the World, Best. You got all these big time shows where this little bitty company, like, we ain't thinking, but we know we can't mess with them. Ain't no way we gonna do that. We just gotta stay here and just do our thing. We're not gonna worry about them. We're not gonna do it. It's cool.
But do y'all see the worlds colliding though, June? Did you see? I shared earlier today. It was a picture of Mox, his championship in New Japan, and Cody Rhodes side by side. You got people in WWE sneaking off to see Mercedes Moné. I know Moné was at fucking at WrestleMania. You can't tell me she wasn't. Then you had Cody in an interview with Pat McAfee talking about AEW and the Bucks and these different guys like that. The world is it started becoming
And they
more
showed him in his package too.
in
Bro,
the
I
package.
was
You
shocked
said
when
that
I
shit.
saw that. I'm like, y'all
So I
really?
think Cody might be if he does this. I mean, I'm not having a problem with Cody. I just think it wasn't his time. I don't want anybody to think I just hate Cody Rhodes. But if anybody can come over there and talk to Paul and get in his ear about Kenny doing an appearance at fucking No Way Out or the Young Bucks at this crazy tag tornado thing and kind of mixing it back up, it won't be called Forbidden Door. I know that for sure. But I think Cody can make it happen.
He could because I know, like I said, let's keep it a buck. The only way the ECW came back because of RVD. He said, Vince, let's do this one night thing. And Vince like,
One
fine, we
night
can do
only.
it. He's like, fine,
But
we'll do it.
even too, okay, let's back up for a minute. I want to look I want to look Nick's in his eyes right now. I don't know if you're watching, Joe Dixon, if you're watching, all these people who are on the internet everywhere. I called this shit about Gunter in night one WrestleMania recap we did, but it got taken down because I don't know if it was me. I don't know. I probably did say something crazy.
It might have been me because I think I was smoking. I don't know.
I don't know. I showed the video too of the girls coming out, so it might have been me too.
It was probably both of us, honestly.
Anyway, I was talking about how I said, "Oh shit, Gunter just lost." I'm so worried that I think that Cody's going to win now
You
because I
did
seen
say
Gunter
that.
lose. I spazzed out the entire time that he lost until now. And who's the first person he's wrestling at Backlash? Don't worry, I'll wait. He's
Oh, no.
wrestling Gunter. He's wrestling Gunter at Backlash.
Mm, mm, mm.
I call this.
I
fucking
would just
internet
like to
marks.
say, I think that Cody is going to go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. Only because, now, I'm not really, Cody is kind of just, he's Cody to me. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm such a Cody fan. Like, I truly feel like Roman should have held on to that a little longer, honestly. But I do see that if Cody didn't win, how he probably would have fell off in popularity and all that stuff. But
Definitely.
I feel, and I could be totally wrong, I feel like once Cody has been at WWE and his contract about to go up, if AEW is still around and is a contender, I feel like he'll go back. And if he does, I feel like he'll finally, like win something over there and really just go down as a fucking GOAT, honestly. Because think about it. He went from this jobber with face
Legacy.
paint on, a jobber legacy, exactly.
No, because he was Randy
to-
Orton and and him and DiBiase's kid and the little Legacy group, the little
Yeah,
faction.
oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
yep. So like he went from that
And he was
to
by
this.
limited. Don't
And
forget.
then he left before he could actually get there. He left, went to make a new promotion, got that up and running, got that to be a competitor, an actual competitor for WWE, left them, went to WWE, got the top prize at WWE, and then probably will leave and go back. Cold.
Here's my issue.
One of the greatest to ever do it if he does that. Honestly, like you can't there's nobody in this generation that could compete with that, really.
Well,
And I said,
your boy said Mox might be goaded because he's won all 3 belts.
Well, Mox is goated. That's not a question. I'm talking about Cody specifically. Mox is goated. That's not a question at all. That's not even there's no debate there. Mox is goated.
my issue with Cody
Absolutely.
is
And his hair has gone away at every step of
He's LeBron James.
of him getting
He's
his
LeBron
belt.
in it.
my issue with Cody is I'm like, bruh, I just couldn't see myself if that's like you start your own clothing brand, you work for whatever brand it is, then you leave that brand and start your own brand as a competitor to whatever brand it is. Then you go back to the company you just left. I'm like, I'm like, why are you going back? Like it still don't make sense to me, but I get it at the end of the day. Like you left your boy, like, you know what? I gotta go back over and prove like this. To be real, with Vince McMahon under the thumb of WWE, that could have went left. He could have been back with the Stardust gimmick. Like, nope. We know how Vince is.
I don't think he would have. Honestly, if Vince was still there, I think Vince would have given him the push because
I don't think he
that
would have went back.
I think he would have gone back, but I think he would have still given him the push only because I think he respects Cody now because he literally went from a nothing, left, made a competitor, an actual competitor, somebody that they changed they shit up for because this place was actually doing some numbers that were in like, we were getting some comparisons there. He went and made this whole like place, got people to come over, got people from WWE to come over, got people from Japan to come over, from everywhere to come over to this place. He started that and then left. I
So
think Vince would have gave him something, would have done
so
something
my
with that.
question is this, y'all. My question is this, and I'm with you on that. Like, far as like, even don't forget about the whole nightmare in New Japan and all that Bullet
All
Club
of
and all type
that,
of shit. Like,
yeah.
so let me ask you this though: what made him say, you know what, it's time for me to leave at this exact moment? I never know. No one ever told me what says, hey, I'm leaving now to finish my dad's story. Like, what sparked that conversation? What happened?
I'm sure there's talk backstage, especially with like the him being a EVP, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that there's talk backstage and they know some stuff about WWE. I'm sure they probably knew about being in talks with Punk. I'm sure they probably knew about, Vince getting in trouble because that shit has
Oh, they
been
know. They've
in
been
the
knowing.
works for years. It has.
Like,
So like I'm sure there was some talk, and he was probably like,
so,
manipulating the situation for
And Paul
himself.
might have
Which,
reached out.
so what you
yeah,
saying is,
exactly, all them things.
so what you telling me is there was rumbles backstage like, yo, Cody, come in, let me talk to you. Come in this broom closet real quick. Hold on, Cody,
I
listen.
mean, you think it's not?
Not the
You
broom
think it's
Wait,
really
wait,
closet.
not?
wait, wait. Wait a minute. Like,
Or
let me how many like, bro, like Vince about to be gone. They got some on them. It you must go ahead and go back
I
over there.
can see it.
He ain't
but
gonna be there too much longer. Like just give it some time. They gonna get his ass.
or your boy sent somebody over there to get in his ear.
Like who? Who you thinking?
Andrade. Or somebody speaks better
Andrade
English.
came after Cody did.
He came back after Cody came back, but he came to AEW. It might have been Ric Flair. Ric Flair is very close to Paul Levesque. Ric Flair was always in, he was in the background over there. Not in the background, but he was
I
in
mean, but then
AEW.
again,
It'd be easy for
on
him to say, hey, man, look, come back over here. Paul wants to talk to you.
but then again, we forget that about how many years ago? About 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 years ago, when Cody and the Bucks went back to that meeting. They said they had a 6-hour meeting, like 6-hour meeting with WWE just to see that they could get him, and they didn't go there. Yeah, they met with. I'm like, who the hell has a 6-hour meeting and don't sign no kind of deal? Like, ain't nothing I could talk to
You
nobody
gotta
about.
you gotta meet my numbers and you gotta meet my conditions and and I gotta meet your conditions and meet your numbers. And if they can't get it together, it just don't work.
But that ain't like I get that, but like you can add that conversation out in 2 hours. 6 hours is just too much work, too much
I
going.
mean, they probably bullshitted for a
Man, we
little
sit on here
while and
for an
talked
hour and
about
talk about
old shit.
wrestling.
Like
We
they
sit on
probably
here and talk about wrestling for an hour and it don't feel like an hour. We've been on
That's
for
what I'm
15 minutes right
saying.
now.
the young boy probably was like, I can't believe I'm in tiny towers right now. We
I got a
really
topic and I'm gonna throw this ball around. No Diddy.
ah.
Some stuff happened on Collision. Some things happened on SmackDown. Yeah, yada yada, whatever. Tonga showing up, that was dope, cool. He
We
whooped
gotta
the
talk
shit
about
out
this.
of Jimmy, and he whooped you like I know you. Like that wasn't like wrestling stumps. That's like, hey, I'm gonna lay into you tonight, and you got to just take it. Like, oh, you fam. All right, cool. Like he was like wailing.
Nah,
I
that
ain't seen
was
an ass whoop like that since like
He's like,
Steve Austin era.
yeah.
yo, don't worry. He said,
But that was a
I'm
highlight
gonna
for me on Friday. But the real highlight for Friday was that yesterday. Yesterday, Athena was on TV, y'all. Athena was the main event on television last night. And I
I
know
didn't watch
Navy.
it, but I knew she was gonna win. So
Well, I like her gimmick because she has these things called minions, and she's like this black queen. She's a goddess, Athena, right? And she has these
hmm
minions that follow her, and that's just dope.
yeah,
But she's on
Billy and
TV.
yeah.
I was so happy. Like that made me so I was really legit like happy. They was like, oh, the main event tonight, Athena. I was like, Athena, main event. That's the power of black girl magic. See, like, and that's the thing too. These companies are changing their bookings based off the other bookings. Now we get more Ricochet, which I love to see
hmm
Ricochet, but you can't tell
Love
me it's
it.
not because of Osprey and his classics he's putting on every week.
hmm
You send Jade out early. You can't tell me it's not because of Mercedes Monet. It's a lot of Oh, you got 3 black girls main event in WrestleMania. What are you going to do, Tony? Well, shit, I'm going to put my Ring of Honor champion and then push about her 100 and something, whatever days as champion.
Yep.
It's more than 100. It's like,
Ricochet.
I like it. It's healthy. I like that. I like that part for the
Right.
healthy competition and changing things up based on what the other person, like what the other company does. I actually really enjoy that. That's what I like about wrestling and all this shit. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like going, but especially with Rick, I like seeing Ricochet doing his thing. Like when he flipped, that dude just be flipping. He looked at his girl like, "I'm sorry." Like damn, you just
man, I thought he broke his ribs because the front of the barricade didn't collapse and he landed like he was
I saw that
like that on the
Wait, who did?
Ricochet. He was wrestling.
broke his
Who was he
ribs?
wrestling?
No,
I
he-
thought he did because it didn't look clean at all. Like, okay, who's he wrestling? I don't know. Anyway, he was wrestling and he put dude on the he had dude on the announce table and he went back in the ring and he looks over at Samantha and says, "Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm about to do this shit." And he does like a fucking 350 and slams onto the fucking announce table. The announce table breaks, but the front of it didn't break. It was still standing up, and his ribs, he kind of hit hard, and he still was standing up, but it just like, damn, it looked horrible.
Damn.
He knew. I think she can't. She really be concerned about him. Like she turns
She
away
really
a
do.
lot.
Samantha, that girlfriend that know her boyfriend crazy. He just gonna do something stupid.
He know, and she know. He know that she know that he know that I'm about to do something crazy because he looked at her
He
and
can
said,
see it in his eyes before he can do it. He can break. No, don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Don't
I'm
do
sorry. Bam, and crashed into the announce table from the outside. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
But going back to SmackDown, the fact that they let Cody say NWA champion on SmackDown, like, wow, okay, y'all really is changing.
This dude was talking about MJF too, and not like it's the worlds are
Wait,
colliding.
he said something about MJF?
On Pat McAfee. They were talking about the crowd was chanting MJF while he was doing an interview with Pat McAfee. And he just started talking about AEW and MJF. He's talking about it and that's what I'm saying. The worlds are colliding. You usually
wait, talking about him and saying what? Because I missed. Man, I was asleep.
I'll send you the clip. It's like a long, but Pat McAfee's interviewing him. There's a couple people there, and they're talking, and the crowd in the background saying MJF. He's like, y'all chanting MJF? Yeah. And he just talked about. He's like, look, I love Maxwell and da da da. Maybe we get to see each other in the ring one day again. Da 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 da. He just basically nothing bad.
Look, say he gonna see him in the ring again. He ain't going to WWE. Oh well.
But can MJF come over? Can Kenny come over?
You know what?
I think something's going to happen, man.
Prediction. I say Kenny Omega is going to be the first of the one of the official elite members because Cody, he's an elite, but he's not OG elite. I think Kenny's going to be the first one to go over to WWE, and that's going to
I can see that
blow everybody's mind.
Yo, if I could get a Bucks and Usos match,
man,
do we want that?
Can we get Kenny and AJ again?
I want that.
Can we get Kenny and AJ one more time?
It's gonna happen.
I need all that.
Kenny and Ricochet. Kenny and Logan Paul.
Ospreay and Ricochet.
Again,
I want to see that, man. I
want to see that.
I watch that old. I want to see it on a big stage. Though. I watched some of their old matches. That shit's like, when they were wrestling and your dude was. They ain't even took their ring gear off. They went what. Like I was like, oh, dude, y'all ain't even took the entrance gear off. Y'all going hard like that. I love that shit.
But let's go to this Tama Tonga thing before we get
Tonga.
Let's talk about it. Like he beat that was one of them things. Like Solo,
great.
Solo was like, yo, bring it in. I'm your brother, and I love you.
I love you. Yo, he kept telling him he loved him while he beat his ass.
Now he did him like old buddy, big boy did an ATL. He better not tell our dad either. Nigga, he can see this on TV. The Tama Tonga came out to cut by. What got me
looking amazing.
Really? It's really
I'm by myself. I don't even care. He looked good.
When he hit that dip on Jimmy, it was like, yeah, hold on. Let me. Everybody seen that before. Somebody about to catch him. That lean.
That lean. That's how you know you about to get your
ass. Get your. Then he said, yo. Then Tama Tonga gonna roll up on Paul Heyman. tribal chief. Then nigga Solo like, Paul Heyman, like, what's going on? I don't know nothing. What the is going?
He said call Roman Reigns.
So like,
So I wonder where that's going. Does that mean that Solo is gonna try to be the new tribal chief, or like what does that lead to? Because I'm not really sure what that leads to because I don't really know the storyline. Because I'm just hopping back in. You know, this is my first week back in WWE. I don't really know what's going on. I'm wondering what that lead to because obviously Tama Tonga is, with Solo.
yep.
They breaking up the,
I think what's gonna happen is it's gonna be, of course, Jacob probably gonna join Solo and Tama Tonga. That's a given. I can see that. Then you're gonna have those dudes in the Rock versus Roman and Usos and Sammy. Cause yo, Sammy, yo, we need a favor, man. Come on, Honorary Usos. Come on, bring your ass over here.
I don't want Sammy back. Not back there. I'm good on that.
You don't want Big
That was a nice little time, but yeah, no, I'm good on that.
I heard
I'm
somebody
interested to see
say,
where that go.
I heard somebody say they want Zilla to come. Like Zilla needs to stay his ass where he is too green to come into something like this. He is not ready for this.
That's not. He's more of a death match guy. I don't think this one's for him. He needs to sit this one out.
It's like I just need everybody to do their research on Jacob Fatu. Not y'all, people who want to do your research, because Jacob Fatu is the kind of person like he can literally beat the crap out of Roman if he wants to. Like he can really do whatever he want to do in that ring. He ain't no game. Like y'all need to do research because Jacob is that dude.
Like I thought he got signed. Wait, who was it that got signed? It was Tama Tonga and
he signed WrestleMania weekend.
So has he shown up yet?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
And like I think he's gonna show a Monday or probably Friday. He popping up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching for that. I'm trying to watch like WWE. It's so many shows. Oh my goodness.
Too much
work is difficult.
It's too much going on.
It's a lot.
And the words
Raw being 3 hours is really ridiculous too, by the way. On a Monday.
After all that WrestleMania, nah, I'm good. Like
that's a lot of wrestling on Monday. But I mean, I love it, but my sleep schedule don't.
I feel you. But in the words of Nick's final thoughts, let's go.
Oh, I'm the only one here. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, my final thoughts. I think so I'm excited to get back into WWE because I haven't been watching it. I decided to start back watching WWE after WrestleMania. So, because, new storylines, the storylines were, wrapping up at WrestleMania. So I enjoyed this week. I watched Raw. I watched NXT, which was okay. I'm gonna have to learn who these people are. I watched Dynamite. I missed Friday and I watched Collision. So I was really happy with how everything went this week. The AEW kind of messed themselves up a little bit this week, I think, but hopefully they get back together. But I'm excited to see where this goes. It's gonna be very interesting watching wrestling.
So I guess them ain't got no final thoughts. My final thoughts is like, yo, it was a good time for wrestling. WrestleMania's up. I can't wait to see what these new storylines are going to bring us. And I'm ready to see what this bloodline thing is going to be. I want to see what Mr. Paul Levesque is going to do for us next in this wrestling game. And yeah, that's about it for me and the squad. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see you next week. The Tribal Blerd will be back. And like always, comment, like, subscribe, share this video with everybody. And we are out of here.